My friends forced me to play it. Everybody was doing it. It was all the rave.
Play in class only when I'm really bored in class, so like I play in stat class a lot.
In class or right before I go to sleep?
There's one chick who's really into it. She's usually my main opponent, Melanie Garston.
It's a power trip. I love it.
I think about it in the sense of like, okay, if they asked me to play, would I be weirded out?
Some people just send a lot of invitations so that I'll play the game with them. Maybe send me a text saying, hey, I'm sending you an invitation to play Words with Friends, so they really want you to get into it.
I could bother my friends. I could say, play, it's your turn. We're talking. I'm like, oh, by the way, your turn. I don't like a slow game. I like a game, I'm in the mood to play, I want to play the game. I'll wait a day, I'll wait 2 days. 3 days, please. It's something that's always on my mind, like, oh, I have this many games to make a move on.
Like right now I have so many games that are just waiting to be played on because I've been like busy and just like not really into it right now, but then like I'll go to stat class, for example, and be like really bored and just like get them all out of the way.
Then sometimes if I have like too many games going on, it becomes like a task.
And sometimes it feels like kind of a weird burden, like, oh, I have these like games I have to like catch up on.
You feel like a pressure to respond quickly.
I used to have solitaire that I would play like non-stop when I was bored, like waiting for anything, waiting for class to start, whatever. Then I deleted that because it got really boring, and I don't really have any other game apps. I don't really play games on my iPhone. Pros, it's fun. It's like a little time waster type like thing when you're bored. Con, it's a time waster thing when you're bored, so.
It kind of goes in and out of popularity. I feel like there are little surges of when people are really wanting to play it, and that kind of limits your opponents.
And also con, I feel like sometimes it is like this weird little burden. Like I hate, on my phone, like I hate when there's a little bubble that has the numbers on it. So I always like try to get rid of them as soon as I can, but when I have like 8 Words with Friends games, I can't just do that in like 1 second. And that really irritates me. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I have to play. And I don't like feeling like I have to play games.
People could just play Scrabble, but they choose to like use this less personal medium when they were playing Words with Friends.
You know, a nice game of Scrabble is nice. I think online it's impersonal. I like seeing the people's faces when they see the horrible score that is the Scrabble game. I mean, Words with Friends, you know, I can imagine how they're looking at the board, but Scrabble, you know, you get the personality feature there. It's nice.
I think I like Scrabble more. It's definitely more homey and like not as, I don't know. I think I'm better at Scrabble for some reason than I am at Words with Friends, so maybe that's why I like it more. I would say that the people who I'm like least close with that I play, I haven't gotten closer to through playing, because it is so like, it is a kind of like an isolated thing. Like it's not like we really need to talk about it outside of the game. Like when you aren't as close with someone and you maybe make an effort, like an extra effort to like text them a couple times and you're like, hey, what's up? I feel like it's sort of equivalent to that, where it's like, it's not really like, you're not like going to lunch with them and catching up, but it's like one little extra thing that sort of pushes you like above that like, oh, we never see each other line to like, oh, we kind of like chat on our phones.
One of the first times when I was playing it, playing with 5 other people, we were all in the same room, playing it on different media, I would say. Like I was on my iTouch, some people were on their iPhones, some people were on other apps so they can play the game, but we were all sitting there. After we'd actually played Scrabble, I think, like a real game, and then we decided to play Words with Friends on our phones and such. You know, people were yelling at people because it was their turn to play them, but we were all playing each other.
You could quote me on that.